Hey guys, it's me, Matthew. This is my girlfriend, Jane. Say hi.
Hi.
Alright, have a kiss? Okay. So, I'm here to talk to you about ill-sportsmanlike conduct at a Yu-Gi-Oh! Regional that I just happened to experience in Fort Worth, Texas. Here was the play that commenced. This all had to do within one turn, and the guy didn't do anything. He wasn't acting stupid. He wasn't doing anything stupid. He wasn't being mean. He wasn't being challenging or anything like that. It all had to do with a specific ruling, and no judge was involved with this at all. This is very just all around me and him, and between him and his friends. Okay, so let's set up the scene real quick. It's his turn, and all that's on the field right now is my Brow, Huntsman of the Dark World. The deck that I happen to be using is Fable World. Alex, you should be so proud because this Fable World got me up to 5-1 at a regional tournament. Okay, I was so thrilled, and I was having a good day that day. So that's all on my side of the field is Brow and Gates of the Underworld. Also, I have Grapha in my graveyard. It's now his turn, and he obviously doesn't have much to play. He sets 3 face-down traps. Okay, also, to set up the scene, his life points are now at 2,400, okay? So, here's what happens. It's my turn, okay? I can't draw because I just recently activated Reckless Greed. So, all that's within my hand is a Fabled Raven and Into the Void, which is pretty much useless to me at this point in time. Okay, so I say I now activate Grapha's effect in Grave in order to bounce back Brow in order to special summon it. He activates Shadow Imprisoning Mirror before the activation is applied. And he says Brow stays out on the field, you just can't use Grapha's effect. At this point in time, he has a friend sit next to him. I also have a friend named Daniel who is standing right beside me watching, the whole turn take place. So I asked him, so that means I can't activate Grapha's effect. He can't be special summoned out into the field. Brow can't be added back to my hand. He said, that's right. So I'm pretty much stuck there at the moment. So while I have Brow face up on the field, I'm thinking, well, I have Raven in my hand. Let's go ahead and take this in. So I normal summon Raven, right? And he then activates Goes in Match. Goes in Match, of course, will destroy Fabled Raven because, I want, obviously, the stronger monster on my side of the field. So there's Brow right there. And so I attack him, and he takes some life point damage. He's now down to 1,000 damage, and that's all I can really do for the turn. During his next turn, he special summons a load of monsters because it's an Evol deck, okay? And, of course, he plays Logia, and he does some damage to me, and of course I can't really draw my next turn, so I'm pretty much stuck while he's basically capable of doing so much to me, and I've got nothing to defend myself. He won, all right, that round, and, it was I won the second one, he won the first one, and now he's just won the third one. So, I'm kind of upset that I just lost the 7th round. Only the top 8 were getting prizes. Top 48 were getting invites to nationals, which, I don't really care about. I mean, I can't get to nationals anyway. It's, always either somewhere in Ohio or in Philadelphia or in California. So, I can never get there. So, I just wanted to get top 8 and obviously win a mat. If I got top 4, I would get a special binder plus the playmat. So, it would have just been better if I had placed top 8, so I didn't really care about getting the top 48. I signed in the dropout box. After signing in the dropout and signing in the slip that, said that he won the match, and it had already been turned in by a judge, after the judge leaves, his friend, who is sitting right next to him, says, you could have activated Grapha's effect and special summoned him out. I said, no, I couldn't have. Alright? And he said that Grapha has a special ruling saying that his special summoning ability, which is to bounce a Dark World monster back to your hand and special summon him, is called an adherent special summon, which means that it cannot be affected by Shadow Imprisoning Mirror because it's a special summoning condition and not truly an effect. Much like Cyber Dragon, who is a light monster that can be special summoned from your hand while you have no monsters. So, at that point, my opponent, his friend, is now agreeing to him. I asked him if he knew about it. He said he did. I asked him, why didn't you tell me? I asked you and you told me that I couldn't. His friend replied, saying, he's allowed to tell you whatever he wants. You should have left it up to a judge. I look at my friend Daniel. He's absolutely disgusted. I'm disgusted. I'm upset. I lost, and I obviously could have won. I said, you know what? I could have bounced both Brow to my hand, Brow, Grapha attacked you, and could have won. He said not necessarily, because he also had a bottomless trap hole face down. That was his third face down trap. But then I go back to Raven, reading its effect. Here's what I could have done. If I successfully bounced Brow back to my hand and brought out Grapha and he bottomless trap holed it, what I could have done is I could have normal summoned Raven, and now that I had 2 cards in my hand, could have discarded both the 2 straight to the graveyard, and he would have gained 800 attack. He would have been at 2100 attack points. At that same point in time, he had 2400 attack points, and I also had gates. So Fabled Raven would have had 2400 attack points, could have attacked and won me the game. At that point in time, I couldn't really do anything. His opponent said, well, you already signed in, you already lost, you already let the game go through. It's shit happens, right? So obviously I was very upset. I left. I told all my friends about it who were there with me, and they decided to go talk to the judge about it, the head judge. This guy was investigated, and apparently I assume that his punishment is that he can't, he's banned from coming to a regional for an entire year just because he obviously expressed unsportsmanlike conduct. His friend obviously supported that with unsportsmanlike conduct because, if you're there and if you know about a ruling, you should obviously say something, not to necessarily help somebody out, but if somebody asks, you should say something, It would be beneficial, and it would have been obvious that I would have won because there would have been nothing else that he could do. So, I don't know. I was just really stuck. Okay? So, it's the unfortunate side for me, but, I learned something. I learned about a new ruling to a card. I had a lot of fun at this regional. A lot of my friends had a lot of fun. And, it's just really the best that I could do. On the other hand, there will be other regionals coming up pretty soon. In fact, there's another regional next week. I might apply to that. And since I know something about a little ruling, I might be a little luckier. So, wish me luck. And I hope that's all to be said. Catch you later.